Well, good morning, Grace Church. It is Thursday morning. We are deep into Advent season here at Grace Church, and I could not be more excited. It's been a real thrilling season for us here at Grace Church, and I am very thankful that the Lord has been kind in so many different ways. Unless you've been on a rock lately, you see that Sunday mornings it is a packed house. Lots of new families been locking in with us, and we have yet another fantastic crowd of families who are going to go through new members class starting in January. So I could not be more excited. I have said, in fact, I've said even as recently as last night with our elders, we have such a top shelf church when it comes to the quality of families we have, and I couldn't be more thrilled by that. I use the word blue chip. If you're in the sports world, you know what I mean by that. Blue chippers are those recruits that coaches go to get who are like the top shelf players on the team. I just feel like I am one of the pastors of a church that is just full of blue chippers. Like I can't imagine any other church coming in and going, man, I'd love to poach some of your people if I could, because they're just solid. And so I was so thankful for that depth and maturity, warmth of relationship. It's just it's a really special place to be at Grace, and I'm honored and I'm humbled to be one of your pastors. But I want to encourage you in something, and because as we all know, we are looking at some exciting days ahead, and God has blessed us with such a wealth of people and resources that, man, I just want to encourage you to make sure you're available to come to our last members meeting in Potluck this coming Sunday. So December 11th, 5 to 7:30, we'll start with a potluck, a soup and chili potluck, and around 6:15 or 6:20 or so, we'll move down to the fellowship, down to the sanctuary, and we will move through our last fourth quarter members meeting. And there's going to be some key things we're going to talk about, things we talk about every year, but also some things that we just want to share from our heart as we get into some open discussion time. One of those that we're going to be talking about is a budget for 2023. And we're encouraged by that budget. We're encouraged, especially the last quarter, just the way in which our giving is continuing to increase and get more stable. We are going to consider the affirmation of several new elders to our church, and we'll give you more details both on the reasoning of these men, but also the reasoning of why we want to add to them at this point in our church. And then we're going to talk a little bit about our missions funding and our building funding that we're going to need in the years to come. These are all challenges, but they're good challenges. I mean, they're good challenges for us as we look towards the future. And so I'm super excited to be able to come and sit down and talk to you guys about that on Sunday, and then to work through our normal members meeting process. You will be able to see some really fantastic numbers. And again, numbers are not everything, of course. We don't measure things at Grace Church simply by metrics like, people in seats and dollars in a bank. Although when we look at those things, they do tell us, and they paint a picture, and I'm encouraged by that picture of the direction of that picture. So I just want to encourage you to make sure you're available. Now, if you are getting this video and you're like, well, I haven't finished membership yet, or you are like, hey, I'm going to go through membership in the new year, but I'd like to come see a members meeting. Here's my invitation to you. Come see the members meeting. Now, you can't vote in that members meeting, but you can come and see how we do business. I don't want to brag on this one, but I'll brag on this church. We don't do business just to do business. We don't sit around and debate things that don't need to be debated. We actually do the business of the church, which is, who's with us, who God has brought to us and to our fold, who are the people God has sent out from us, who is God raising up in terms of shepherding and being deacons in our church. We do real business, and we celebrate that, and we're excited about that. And I'm going to try to paint a picture of you, a 7-year picture for you on Sunday as well. Because that's what we're getting ready to head into. January 3rd in 2016 was our very first worship service, public worship service. And I just want to paint a picture in this last quarter of what life has been like in this nearly 7 years, and what God has done during that time, and kind of what's driven what we've done over those 7 years. So I love you, church. I can't wait to gather with you Sunday, especially as we dig in deeper to Ezekiel. Again, it's going to be such a wonderful complement to our Advent reflection time during this season. And I'm looking forward to that day. So guys, I'll see you Sunday morning for Sunday school and for Bible study. And then Lord willing, we will all gather for our potluck and members meeting on Sunday night. All right, see you soon.